Jason here. So, it's been a while since I made a video, and been really busy. Life's been hectic, but good. Been listening to so much music, really enjoying it. But I think it's been over a month since I showed some stuff that I've been listening to. I've done the metal tag as the last video, and it was really good to see. Turned me on to a lot of different channels and stuff. And by the way, shout out to Simon Pieface, otherwise known as Pieface, here on the VC. He made his first video. I've talked to him a bit in the comments and I see him about it a lot. But he's made his first video, so hopefully he does more. I really enjoyed this video. Obviously, he was talking a bit about how strange it is talking to yourself on camera and stuff, and it's fucking weird. But hopefully he does more videos. So he definitely seems like a bloke I could definitely hang out with. So happy days. So music wise, I've been on this different couple of kicks, really. Sort of I have a lot of stuff I want to show you what I've been listening to. So I'm gonna have to make a couple of videos when I get more time. But today I want to talk about some latecomers to the new wave of British heavy metal. A time period that I love. To be honest, I'm never too far away from picking out an album from that period to listen to when I'm listening to heavy metal. So, but I was inspired by Alan, Let's Talk Metal, who a load of videos back, a while back now, he was talking about a book he was reading called Denim and Leather, about the history of the new wave British heavy metal. So I haven't read the book myself, but I'm sure I'll pick it up at some point because I love that stuff. I have a lot of books and stuff on that. But when he showed the video, I went up into my attic and I pulled down some old like Kerrang magazines and Sounds magazines like this here, and this is one of the ones that I found up. There was a pretty iconic cover now, isn't it? A thunderstick on it. This is from December 1979, and well, Thunderstick got a bit of stick for this as well, didn't he? Because it looked like the Cambridge Rapist mask. The Cambridge Rapist was in the press in the mid-70s. But anyway, it was sort of like a bit of time traveling and reading through those magazines, trying to get a feel for what was going on in 79 and into 82, that period of new wave British heavy metal. But I want to talk today about some of the bands that came later. Some of the bands that didn't get their album out until 83 and on. So some of these bands might have had singles out and formed their bands at the very start of that period, but they never got their full album out until 83 or onwards. So let's crack on to it. So first one is Cloven Hoof. One thing I have to say is, like, pulling out a lot of this stuff, this will probably be a two-part thing because I've been listening to so much stuff. I had a really good Saturday night last weekend, spinning new wave British heavy metal singles and drinking beer, and it was brilliant crack. And there's something magical about playing those singles. You know, when you listen to like Diamond Head Helpless on 7-inch or like Angel Wish, you know, you're focused on the one song, and they haven't got the burden of what's on either side of them on the album, you know. So you're like the song's taken out of context and you're focused on that one song. You're up and down like a fucking yo-yo, flipping records, but absolutely amazing. There's something about just listening to those singles, which is magical to me. I don't have a lot of the like obscurities you would see, like Alan from Let's Talk Metal on his channel, or Aaron, the Metal Theologian. Their new wave of British heavy metal collections their single collections are absolutely amazing. Their collections are brilliant in general, but that's where you want to go if you want to see the obscurities. But I'll probably make a video doing talking about some of those singles that was spinning as well. But in the meantime, so some bands that came a bit late didn't get their albums out until '83 and onwards. So first up was Cloven Hoof. So when this came out, this came out in '84. Cloven Hoof, I think, had a 4-tracker out, or a single out in '82 maybe, or maybe '83, the year before this. But this is a complete fun buzz of an album. This is a great record. So what have we got here? All these songs are brilliant. Cloven Hoof, Night Stalker, March of the Damned, The Gates of Gehenna. It's probably one of their most famous tracks. It was on their first EP thing. So the B-side, you've got Crack of the Whip, Laying Down the Law, which is amazing, and Return of the Passover, which is amazing. Superb, epic metal tracks. A wee bit of a devil vibe going on in some of these. Crack of the Whip, the first song on the B-side of this, seems a wee bit out of place to me. It's more of an AC/DC sort of hornball rock song, but it does seem a wee bit out of place on this. It's not a bad song in itself, it's just that it's, I don't know, maybe the band were thinking it was a bit of a light-hearted track to put on the album to break things up a bit. I'm not sure, but this is a brilliant record. I love that cover too. So Cloven Hoof, I have a few more records by Cloven Hoof. I've got Fighting Back, and there's a Dominator. That's the only others I have, but superb record. Next up is Courtney Act by Satan. So I think this came out in '83 as well. Where's the date in this? I should have looked this up, shouldn't I? Yeah, this is 1983. So, and they had their classic single out. Did it come out in '81? But yeah, this is a well-respected record. Courtney Act. I have never been a massive fan of Satan, although I really like this. But I mean, there's tracks on here like Trial by Fire is brilliant, Blades of Steel. The first track in Side 2 is really good. Breaking Free. They're all brilliant tracks, and they've kept going. Well, there was a big break, but the past few decades have been knocking out records. And sometimes their music gets a wee bit widdly for me. Not so much on this. This is really good, but some of the other tracks. I was talking to my friend. We were down at his house having a beer the other week, and we were talking about Satan. He's a big Satan fan, you know. But and I was saying that some of their other stuff sounds a wee bit noodly to me. Some of the riffs. But yeah, and these boys are all legends. Brian Ross and Steve Ramsey and Graham English, who went on to Pariah and then Skyclad and whatnot. I think Russ Tippin's still in the band, and Brian Ross is on vocals. So legends, and a really good album. This one here is an absolute gem. This is way late on. This is '86. So Dealer had, this is Dealer. So First Strike. Dealer had I think they had a 4-tracker out as well, which is very hard to pick up now. I think it came out, did it come out in '83? Let me know if I'm wrong about this. So, but this, yeah, 1986 this came out, so this is way late on. But this is absolutely fantastic. The EP, or the single they put out, you can get it on there's a comp that came out, and you get a reissue of the 7-inch, which is brilliant. But yeah, this came out in Ebony Records in 1986, and this record blows me away. I love this record to bits. So side one, you've got When Midnight Comes, Victims of the Night. If you haven't heard this, check out the song Victims of the Night. It's a brilliant track. Son of a Bitch, Epitaph. Choose Your Weapon, that starts off side 2, is absolutely fantastic as well. Bring the Walls Down. Bring the Walls Down's alright. It's got a bit of a predictable chorus. And then Final Conflict, but yeah, this is definitely worth checking out if you haven't heard this. This is pure steel. There's no boogie rock. Obviously, this is 1986, so I mean, there's no boogie rock, no pub rock or anything on this. This is pure steel. It's really good. Dealer, First Strike. Next up, Chariot. Burning Ambition, their second record, and this is from, I think this is '85. Or is this '86? it's late on anyway. My God, my eyesight's terrible. I think this is 85. Not sure. Or maybe 86. I think their first album came out in 84. They formed around about the tail end of the new wave British heavy metal. But this is great too. Let down a bit by a sort of naff production. The drums are really, I don't know if they're real. It's really reverby or something. Maybe they take up a wee bit more room in the production. It sort of drowns some of the other instrumentation on the record. But the songs are brilliant, and it has a sort of tank vibe to it. So whatever on this, Screams of the Night's really good. Meet My Match. They're all really good songs. There's a song on it called So Blind, which is more of a ballady track, but it's actually a decent ballad. Yeah, Meat and Potatoes, London Metal, and this came out on Shades Records, which was the label put together by the famous record shop in London. So, Burning Ambition by Chariot, fantastic. Next up is Black Rose. So this is an EP that came out in '83. I pulled out their debut album as well to listen to, but this one just has more edge to it. Yeah. You know, the dirt's still on this. They had a brilliant single out. It was maybe '81 or something like that. I think the first time I ever heard this band was on the One Take No Dubs Neat compilation. Well, there was 4 bands or something on it. Avenger and Alien. The Alien track's brilliant on it. But the Black Rose track on it was superb. But like their album, I think the B-side on this is stronger than the A-side. Same with their album. I think the best tracks are on the B-side of the debut album too. On side 1 you've got We're Gonna Rock You and Used and Abused, which are decent songs, but they're good heavy rock songs. They're just not. They're a wee bit predictable. We're Gonna Rock You. You even know what that's going to sound like just by the title, don't you? We're Gonna Rock You, Used and Abused. And side 2 they've got. This is where the magic is for me in this record. You've got Red Light Lady, which is on fire, and then you've got a brilliant track called Stand Your Ground, which ended up on the debut LP as well. Stand Your Ground is a superb song. If you see this is usually cheap to pick up. I would pick it up just for the B-side, and this is Stand Your Ground is a brilliant heavy metal song. Has that sort of riff that, you know, that girl song Hollywood Tease, which is a brilliant track, but even more metal. So yeah, Black Rose. Check out the song Stand Your Ground. Superb. This one's from '84, and it's Avenger, Bloodsports. And this is another one that is let down by the production on this. The production on this sets off my tinnitus. It's fucking horrible sounding. But once you get used to the production on it, the songs are really enjoyable. The songs aren't actually on the back of this. The track listing's on the inlay. But what have you got on this? So, like, the Enforcer opens this up, which is brilliant. Warfare, isn't it? You call it the last song on the first side. Warfare is really good too. It has a brilliant guitar solo on it. And what else? Death Race 2000's on this, on the B side of it, which is a brilliant track. And I should have just left that out. What else? Oh yeah, Rough Ride is the second song on the second side is absolutely amazing as well. And NOTJ, Night of the Jackal, is another amazing song. So cracking record. That's the ender there. Superb record. Once you get used to the production, I mean the production does let it down. There's no doubt about it. But some of the songs on it are absolutely brilliant. This next one's an absolute stonker. Really like this album, Chasing the Storm by Trojan. So this came out in 1985, I think. I think the band formed around '82 or something like that. There's only a couple of things wrong with this record. I don't like this typeface on that beautiful album sleeve. And the boys in the back are wearing those white jackets, which is ridiculous, right? But superficial stuff. This is another one where the production just does not do these songs justice. The songs on this are fucking fantastic. Chasing the Storm, Tonight We've Got It Made, Only Strong Survive, Hypnotized, Backstabber. Side 2 runs out of steam a wee bit in the middle, but then they come into land on the last track, which is called Aggressor, which is a brilliant speedy track. It moves into speed metal territory, so Trojan. A couple of these boys, I think the singer and the vocalist Graham Watt, and the singer, or the guitar player Pete Wadeson, went on to form a band in the late 80s called, they put an album out in the late 80s with a band called Talion. Isn't that what they call them? I have the record here, I haven't listened to it in a long time. Killing the World, I think you call the album. And it moves slightly more into the thrash thing. It's not a bad album, but this is the Dog's Balls. What else we got? So Tokyo Blade from 1983. This is good. This is like a good mixture of Priest and maybe Priest, Maiden, and Tigers of Pantang. So what have we got on here? Power Again, Break the Change. If Heaven is Hell is a bit of an anthem nowadays, really, isn't it? And last track on side A, On Through the Night. Drags on a wee bit, but it has some cool twin guitar. Side B, Killer City is a really good track. Death on Main Street's a really good track as well. But this is a fine band. This is their first album. I have their second album as well, and I really enjoy it, but I haven't explored much of their stuff beyond that. It did go into a wee bit more of a commercial vibe, but Tokyo Blade from 83. I'll turn this record over. Right, so, oh, by the way, we're listening to the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack, if you didn't know. A movie that my uncle showed me when I was way too young. I'm glad he did, though. So where was it? Oh, yeah, Tyson Dog. This is a complete gem to me. Love this record. I think this is 84 as well. I should have done some research on this somehow. Yeah, 84. They had a single out a couple years before this, maybe. This is their debut. But the songs in this are absolutely brilliant. This is produced by Kronos from Venom, I think. Songs like Hammerhead, Dog Soldiers, Demon has a bit of a Heaven and Hell vibe with a pulsing bass and stuff on it. Inquisitor is amazing. Dead Meat is amazing too, and I think it was written about Margaret Thatcher, the British Prime Minister at the time. Side 2 opens up with Painted Heroes. It has a brilliant sort of Tony Iommi style guitar riffs in it. Voice from the great Day of the Butcher is heavy metal bliss to me. But yeah, Tyson Dog. This is the second album I bought by them. The first album I ever heard by them was their second one, Crimes of Insanity, the one that has the pointless cover of Schools Out by Alice Cooper on it. I haven't listened to that album in a while, but it pales in comparison to this. This is absolutely fantastic. Tyson Dog. Next up is Chained and Desperate by Chateau. This came out in Ebony Records, 83 I think. So I have their next two albums, which are good. They're quite patchy, but this is the Dog's Balls to me, this one. So what have we got in here? Chained and Desperate, Spirit of the Chateau is Burn It at Dawn, Superb, The Dawn Surrendered, Straight to the Heart, Baton Rouge. It has a bit of a naff chorus to me, but the rest of the song is great. Son of Seattle grooves really well. Steve Grimmett from Grim Reaper's on this, which I also pulled out to listen to as well. But yeah, this cover I think really suits this record. One of the first things I noticed about this record when I picked it up many moons ago was the guitar sound is really down and dirty, and the drums are heavy. It just has a dark, dungeony feel to it. and great vocals too. So yeah, Chained and Desperate by Chateau, another fun listen. Next up, just another couple left here, so I'll show you the other ones in another video probably. So this is Rough Justice by Titan, and I think this is 86, 85, 86. It's late on anyway. So this was a band that was formed after the first breakup of the original I don't know, 86? Where is that? 85. So small, my eyes are so bad and I can hardly read. Yeah, so this is a band that was formed after the first, when that first Angel Witch lineup fell apart on the first record. So Kevin Riddles and Dave Dufort were in this band originally. I think they had this recorded in '83, but it didn't get out until way late. Some of this is a wee bit fluffy for me, but I have the single of Blind Men and Fools, the opening track, which is brilliant. The Watcher is a highlight of this for me, along with Don't Play Their Way is another really good shot in the arm song, energy bunny song, like really good. So yeah, Titan, Rough Justice. So last one, 24 minutes or something like that, is it? Jeez, 20 odd minutes. Persian Risk. I'm ending this one on a bit of a bummer, really. This is a funny band. This band had two amazing singles. The singer on this, Carl Sentence, is absolutely fantastic. They had two brilliant singles, and the thing about this band was they were really metal, but they always had really hooky, sometimes almost poppy choruses. Just really hooky, really catchy. Great guitar playing and just a real heavy edge to their music. On this album, this came out in '86, I think. Am I wrong again? 1986. When they put this out, they just put too much like layers of icing on this. Wee bit of a commercial sheen to it, and I was always disappointed in it. But listening to it back recently, I've enjoyed it a lot more. It's grown on me a bit. I don't think it's absolutely fantastic, but Don't Turn Around is a really good song in this. So yeah, Persian Risk, Raise Up, doesn't have the energy of those singles. But I was listening to their second single. It has Riding High and Hurt You on the B-side. It's an absolutely amazing single. But yeah, Persian Risk, Raise Up from '86. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope everybody's doing good, and I'll speak to you soon. I'm going to try and do a part 2 of this, and then I'll maybe do one for the singles, and a couple of other ideas for doom metal. And well, I was listening to this record again, Mansion. First Death of Lutheran, and this put me on a female-fronted rock buzz for some of the stuff that came out in the 2000s, early 2000s up modern day, you know. This is a brilliant album, and I just found out they had the other week there. I went on to their Bandcamp, and it seemed they have a new album out. So I ordered it. That's my first record I bought this year. So it should be coming soon. But yeah, this is a brilliant record by Mansion. Their first album. One of the other things I was listening to was a lot of doom metal and stuff. So I was listening to Pentagram, and they pulled out some Pentagram related stuff. And I was listening to this Joe Hasselwander album, Lady Killer, which is really, really good. Straight, dirty, heavy rock with some touches of doom in places, but it's not that sort of record. But yeah, I've been pulling out a load of classic doom metal and say Pentagram and Trouble and Count Raven and stuff like that, and I put this up on my community, YouTube community feed thing a while back, or a couple of the other week or something. So, Lady Killer by Joel Hasselbander. But so I want to make videos with that stuff too, whether I get a chance or not. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm babbling and babbling and babbling. So anyway, catch you later. All the best. Bye.